Mac Voices at Pepcom. Trova helps you secure your valuables in style. Today's edition of Mac Voices is supported by Kolide. Kolide is a fleet visibility solution for Mac, Windows, and Linux that can help you securely scale your business. Learn more at kolide.com/MacVoices. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is Mac Voices at Pepcom in Las Vegas. Folks, we stopped by to see Scott of Trova to talk about a new way to secure some of your more important items at home. Scott, it's great to see you.
Nice to meet you as well. Good to see you again.
So tell me about Trova.
So Trova is a suite of smart home and personal safes that you can travel with you or lock down in your house. And really an evolution of the traditional safe in the sense that it isn't designed to be locked in a closet. It's designed to be left out in your home and carried with you at all times.
Okay, so what makes this special beyond something that maybe doesn't necessarily lock us down as tightly, but that I could take with me when I come to Vegas?
Oh, like a Tupperware container or something like that?
Well, I wasn't going to go quite that far, but okay, yeah, it's not a bad example.
Well, it does have a really tight seal. It's a really highly constructed product. It's beautiful in its design, and it's a very precise and well-made product. So I think what generally makes it different is the fact that it's designed in an interior design sort of way to be left out in your home. And from a functionality perspective, it's got all the smart features you'd expect out of anything that's modern today. So this pairs to your phone through Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, as well as NFC, and it only can be opened by authorized users through the app that you've been logged into. And then it's got motion sensors built into it. It's got temperature sensors built into it. It's got humidity sensors built into it, so you can monitor the contents at all times. You can authorize secondary users, and you can monitor their use of the Trova if you want. So, sort of feature set goes on and on and on. Internal USBs. I'm only halfway through, probably.
Okay, so it's a little bit better than Tupperware.
A little bit.
Okay. When you say monitor what's inside, I mean, I understand the humidity and the temperature sensors, but I mean, there are no cameras in here or anything, are there?
No, there's no cameras. But with the motion sensor, if it's accessed or if it's moved or if somebody tries to access it that's not authorized, you're going to be notified anywhere you are through the Wi-Fi connection. So it's a constant on Wi-Fi connection. So if you've left it at home behind, you'll sort of always know what's going on with it.
So if it's always on Wi-Fi, it has to be charged or have a power source of some kind.
Yep. So it's a USB-C power source on the back. It needs to be charged if you're using it just as a safe and you're not using the internal USBs. The Wi-Fi is a very low energy module that we created. It'll last well over a month, maybe as long as 3 months, depending on exactly how often you use the locks on it. So it doesn't need to be charged daily or weekly. If you're using it to charge your phone off the battery pack, it will need to be charged much more regularly. So a little bit usage specific. It's a 5,500 milliamp battery in there, so you can get a full phone charge out of it pretty easily.
So that was going to be my question. What do you use internal USB ports for? But to secure your phone and charge it?
Yeah, there's a few things that you could put in here that could potentially use USBs. This safe is a little bit different than a traditional safe in what a lot of our customers use it for. About half of them use it for traditional use cases like jewelry and valuables and things like that. The other half might use it for some slightly more illicit things like your vapes, your adult bedroom toys. Those things both need charging. We also have people using this as a tech timeout, so you can lock all your phones, or all your family's phones in here, or your dinner party's phones in here if you'd like to make sure that it's a technology-free dinner. And you can get a charge off of that. You can set a timer on the app to open at a specific time.
Wow, that's very nice. Okay, so tell me about the security part. If I assign what do I assign, a code or alphanumeric? Or
Our app leverages whatever biometrics your phone uses, or a passcode if you choose to set a passcode in the app. So either one works just fine. If your phone is Face ID, then it'll just leverage your face when the app opens up.
If I call you and say, I forgot my passcode.
Right. Well, if you've used a passcode, and you've forgotten your account passcode, there's a reset to reset your passcode. That's double blind, database. You're not calling me to figure that out. That's all through clicks and through the web. Once you've reset that, if you still don't have your passcode, you can reset your passcode from either biometrics or passcode in the app. So once you've gotten in the app and it verifies it's you, you can reset it at that point.
Okay.
just in the settings menu.
Right. So it's not something that if I forget it, I'm going to have to crack it open to get to it.
Hopefully not. We have built a fail-safe in here too, so if people really need a mechanical way to get into it, there's a special tool that comes with it. So you can get around it that way if you've lost your phone or if it's permanently dead or something like that, which, every piece of electronics always has that potential to fail 0.01% of the time. So we want to make sure that we're covered for that 0.01% as well. But typically we don't see those problems.
Okay. You got to ask because we all have had that experience where we forget something, and since this is being sold as a security device in a lot of senses,
Yep.
I want to make sure that it's secure but not too secure.
Right. Oh, it's secure. I mean, it's got two very strong locks that actually clamp down the rubber seal to help it be airtight, help conceal whatever's inside here. The locks do a good job. So, like every safe sort of Fort Knox, it can be broken into, but you'll know.
What kind of pricing do we have for this?
So Trova Home is our flagship model, and it's at $550 retail. And then our smaller sizes that we've got in the market for the last couple of years retail at $199 and $249 respectively.
Okay. So what you would expect for something like this with this kind of quality and security and the sensors and all that.
Yep, exactly.
Availability?
We will start shipping this later this month. So they're available for pre-order on the website today, and we'll be shipping in a couple of weeks.
And that website is?
TrovaOfficial.com. So TROVA official.com.
I like that. Official. I like that.
Somebody has Trova.
Well,
doesn't that figure?
Yeah, it always does. Yeah.
It means to find an Italian.
Okay.
It's probably owned by somebody who knows that.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for the time.
You
Good
bet.
to see you. Take care.
Appreciate it.
Folks, more from PepCom in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is Mac Voices. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page and get more out of your Apple tech with Mac Voices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.